Good evening, everyone. This is Leslie Assoyne with another Better Wethersfield show. It's been a while, but we're so excited to have you here tonight. It is Wednesday, May 18th, and we've got a really great show tonight. We have the folks from the HAT, Hunger Action Team, here with us. First, we have Erica Texera from Social and Youth Services in town. Next to her, we have Beatrice Maslowski, who's from Food Share, and she's going to talk about the food share as it relates to the Hunger Action Team. Next to her, we have Ken Lesser, who's from our Youth Advisory Board in town. And then finally next to Ken is Christina Mora-Tiu, who is from our Social and Youth Services Department. And they're going to be talking a lot about this issue, and we're excited to have them on because I think this is a topic that folks out there in town don't realize that we have a problem in town. So we're going to get it started off with Beatrice Maslowski from Food Share, and she's going to start and give us the details about the program.
So my name is Beatrice Maslowski, and I'm a community network builder at Food Share. I'm going to talk a little bit about Food Share, which is one of 2 food banks that serves Connecticut. We work in Hartford and Tolland counties, where more than 137,000 people, that would be 1 in 8, are food insecure, meaning that they're not certain where their next meal is coming from. We began Hunger Action Teams at Food Share a few years ago based on the idea that in the 42 towns that we serve, we really wanted to take a local focus and ask members of the community, why are people in your community hungry, and what collectively can we do about it? So I was very excited when Ken Lesser contacted me last summer to talk about what was going on in Wethersfield and starting a Hunger Action Team here.
That's wonderful. And was that started in the fall of last year, the Hunger Action Team?
Our inaugural meeting was held in October of 2015, yes.
Now, Ken, is that something that, since you are the one that contacted the Food Share, do you want to talk about how that kind of all started? And
Sure. Thank you, Leslie, and thank you for the opportunity to come
Absolutely.
here tonight. We are very grateful to kind of send this message out there and
Absolutely.
let people know about the problem in hunger in Wethersfield. So in the fall, I learned from a friend in Newington that they had a Hunger Action Team, and there was a significant problem of hunger in Newington. And I did a little research and found out there was a significant problem of hunger here in Wethersfield, where 1 in 5 kids are considered hungry. We have a problem with our seniors. We had a 12% increase in seniors using the food banks. We have a really, really significant and growing problem. It's the trends that concerned me. So I contacted Beatrice here, and she has been and is absolutely wonderful. And she said, yeah, let's start a Hunger Action Team. I will help you. And from there, we've had tremendous, tremendous community support. Wethersfield is so fantastic, so generous. So we have 80 folks on distribution on our team. We have 30 organizations represented, and we have leaders from the faith community, from the business community, from the town staff and town services, from the school department, to just general residents that are interested in this problem, that have been coming together every month to tackle this problem of hunger in Wethersfield. And I think that the message out there is kids are hungry, but we're doing something about it, and we feel grateful again for this opportunity to talk about the issue and to get it out there more in the public.
so how did you get all of those folks involved? How did you solicit them, for lack of a better term? How did you all get them involved?
I would say, I guess it started when Kenny contacted me, and I did a presentation at the Youth Services Board, and met a lot of interesting people, and talked about what Food Share was doing, what some of the baseline statistics were here in Wethersfield as far as hunger goes, and then ask each of them to send me contacts and people that were interested. And I had previously worked with Erica. So it began there, and was surprised because usually we get a few people and kind of start small, but in Wethersfield we really started with a very large group, and it's been quite sustainable over the last 8 months. So it's been very exciting.
That's wonderful. I mean, I see pictures of the HAT group, I guess you call it, right? And there are a bunch of folks there. And
all the time.
that's
great.
really wonderful. So it kind of was word of mouth, and then it spiraled. So that's really good, especially since it just started less than a year ago.
And it feels like every meeting, it seems like we always have one new member come every meeting, which has been great. So word is spreading and more people want to be involved, which is excellent. This is a very generous community.
Great support from, the town manager to town council members, from Board of Ed members, school staff. We have a tremendous giving and community that's just willing to do whatever it takes to
Fantastic.
end this. Yeah.
Are those meetings open to the public?
Yes.
Yes.
They are open to the
Absolutely.
public.
They're the second Friday of every month
Second
from
Friday.
1:30 to 3 o'clock right here.
Okay, at the
In
community
the
center.
fireside-
Okay.
no,
At the
no,
fire.
Yeah.
Not in the studio, but in the fireside room.
Okay, the
Yeah.
community center. That's great. Well, that's really important that it is open to the public, so anyone can go if they just even want to learn a little bit more about it. What about, how do you know about the 1 in 5 kids? Erica, is that you? You want to talk about the statistics
Sure, yeah,
of
I'm
it?
going to go in a little bit about statistics here in Wethersfield. So I'm the Assistant Director of Social and Youth Services. So when Kenny brought this concept to our Youth Advisory Board, I love the idea. This is what, my department does every day, is help people that are in need, especially people in need in Wethersfield with food. So when Ken brought this, I know, and my department knows, that there's an issue that people, don't have enough money to make ends meet, to support themselves. Sometimes those few extra groceries a month can really push them over the edge with their finances. So when he approached me, I thought it was a great idea for us to, get the community involved. I already knew that the community was very generous because of all the donations that we get in our department, be monetary donations or drop-off donations of food and toiletries. So we just started having a conversation, I think, at our first meeting, and we really started to, we have some great data people who've gotten into some of the statistics, and I know alone in our department, our food bank, we serve about 150 to 200 individuals and families a month, as well as give out about 2,000 pounds of food a month in donations. We also have what's called a mobile food site that's also run by Food Share, and that comes to 60 Lancaster Road here in Wethersfield at Wethersfield Housing Authority twice a month.
Is it just for that area, or can anyone come?
Anyone can come, and that doesn't even have to be just Wethersfield residents.
Okay.
It's an open site,
Okay.
so it's primarily people from Wethersfield,
Right.
but people from surrounding towns also come, and they provide fresh produce. And it's a big truck that comes, and people wait in line, and they are able to go around the truck and get big bags of fresh produce. And we get about 100 individuals each time we hold that mobile food shared site, which is twice a month.
Now, what if someone who's watching the show doesn't remember the dates or wants to go look?
Absolutely.
Is it on your website?
It is on our website, with the town's website under Social and Youth Services, but they are more than welcome to contact the Department of Social and Youth Services, which the best number to reach us at is 860-721-2977. So, yeah, just a few other statistics that we kind of found that were really interesting, that we really thought the community should be aware of is about 13% of Wethersfield residents live at, near, or below the poverty level. The percentage of children receiving free or reduced price lunches in our school system has doubled in the past 10 years. In 2015, there was a 12% rise of the number of senior citizens using the Wethersfield Food Bank. And something that interests me, and I think is showing more of itself in our department, is those families who necessarily don't qualify under, poverty levels, so they don't get maybe some of the benefits that are provided from state assistance, but they're those working poor families. So United Way did a study, can't remember, 2013?
Yes.
Yes. And
Is that the Alice report?
that's the ALICE report, yeah. And it's so powerful. So ALICE stands for Acid Limited Income Constraint Employed Families. And it really just shows that the cost of living in Connecticut is so high and families can't really make it. So they're living paycheck to paycheck.
Right.
And I think that's important to notice that we see these families coming to our food bank.
Now, do you collaborate at all with other towns, like food share program, to get an idea of what they're doing, or?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, there's different organizations. We go to meetings, you know, for different departments, you know, different boards and that kind of stuff. I also was able to attend the Newington Hunger Action Team because they're a little older than us, and got some great
Well, we're better.
ideas. We're all working for the same cause.
And I love all my hunger action teams.
But yes, absolutely. I mean, this is not just an issue in Wethersfield, but it is important to us because these are the people and the residents that we're serving.
Well, let me ask you this, and this could be delicate for some folks, some proud people, parents who don't have enough food, to ask.
Absolutely.
Is it something that you want to encourage to call youth and social and youth services? Is there a stigma around it to get food from your department? Tell us about that a little bit.
I don't think there's a stigma about getting food from our department. I just think, unfortunately, there's just a generalized stigma of having to ask for help.
Okay.
And, you know, we want to be able to work through that barrier because we're here to help the residents of this town. We're all invested. We want to make sure that there is no one going hungry because that's the worst feeling in the world. So, you know, I think what makes our food bank a little different is we take people in by appointment, so it's usually private. It's not like you're waiting in line with like 70 other people to pick up a bag of food. You get to come to our food bank, you make an appointment with me or our other social worker, and you come in and you get to like shop privately. Maybe there's one other person in there, but you know, you're not going to see like everybody in town from there. And it also gives us time to talk to see, well, if we can help you with food, what else might we be able to help you with?
Right,
and, you know, it's all done with dignity and respect, and I think that's really important. And so, you know, part of our goal as part of the HAT team is to provide that outreach to let people know that we're here and we're here to help. And that's
Christina,
really important.
that's wonderful. I'm really happy to hear that. It's by appointment only, and it's a way for them to feel like they can shop, like you said. I think that's really wonderful. I mean, I didn't know that. Where is the food share located?
The food bank is located in Town Hall, lower level.
Okay.
It's kind of right outside the doors of Social and Youth Service Department, which is located, the Town Hall is located at 505 Silestein Highway.
And the number again is?
860-721-2977.
And actually the town's website too is www.wethersfieldct.com. So you can go there as well and link to Social and Youth Services.
And what's great is that we actually update the site quite often regarding items that we might be short on, that we might need donations of.
So if someone wants to donate, what do they do? Just call you? Can they stop in anytime? Is it a drop-off time specific? Can they do it on the weekends?
Unfortunately, not on the weekends. They can drop off food any time that we're open at Town Hall. Town Hall hours are 8 to 4:30, Monday through Friday for right now until we start summer hours.
Okay.
We start summer hours June 13th, and then we'll be open 8 to 4:30 Monday through Wednesday, 8 to 6 on Thursdays, and 8 to 1 on Fridays. And another great place, if people do want to drop off food, William Ravis on the Silestein Highway and First Church on Main Street are also two of our main drop-off points. So if you can't come to us or you're just closer to one of those locations, you can drop off food and they will make sure we get it.
And you can probably do it on the weekends.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we're really looking at trying to think outside the box
Right.
for people who, you know, feel like they can come down and drop something off right at that time or something more convenient for them.
Now, did you seek them out to ask them to? Or did they ask you, hey, we want to help, we want to be a part of this?
They were members of the Hunger Action Team.
Oh, wonderful.
And as we get into the details about some of the hard work that this group has done in a short amount of time, they all stepped right up to the plate and said, how can we help and what can we do and can we expand, you know, the access as well as the drop-off points for people that wouldn't be able to come during business hours.
Right.
And the amount of food, which has expanded. I know Christina has some information in terms of some of the successes that HAT team already has had.
Tell
Maybe
us.
you can go through.
So under great leadership and great help from our whole HAT team, we really decided, you know, the direction we wanted to go in. So we kind of formed 4 subcommittees as like to us what we felt like right now was four most important things that we could start to do to help our town. So one of our subcommittees we look at to increasing donation and access and collection for our food pantry, which we have started to do. We now have William Ravis and the First Church as donation spots. You know, we will, if need be, you know, people work and sometimes they can't make it to our food bank because they're working while we're open. So when we have our late nights on Thursdays, or if Thursdays doesn't work, you know, we're flexible. We're willing to work with people because we don't want people to have to go without. So that's definitely a big thing for us. We want to make sure that people know that we're here, and not only can we help them, but see if there's any other ways that we can help them. Another big part of our subcommittee was community building and education, which, I mean, the HAT team alone has been a big community building. I mean, the fact that we almost at every meeting have 20 members sitting there is amazing, that people are taking time out of their day to come and help because they're that invested. And part of what they've done is they've been working on all the statistics. There's a great presentation that one of our members has done. They have presented it to the town council and the Board of Education to show what hunger looks like in Wethersfield, and they've gotten a lot of positive feedback on that, and that's been great. We've also been looking at social media and publicity, so thank you for having us on your show.
Absolutely.
This is great. Publicity 101 right here. You know, we are looking to see how social media can help us. It can always be tricky in that sense, but we are working towards that goal. And our fourth goal is working to increase participation in like the SNAP program and school-based meal programs, because our reports still show that there's a lot of kids that are eligible for free and reduced lunches who aren't taking advantage of it. And we also want to make sure that families that might be eligible to receive food stamps, you know, apply, and we want to be able to help them do that. So we're doing a lot of outreach, and we're just trying to spread the word, and we thank you for letting us
Yeah,
help
absolutely,
spread
of
the word.
course. You know, I was going to say, as far as reduced price lunches, that program, that form is very cumbersome, and it may be confusing for some people to fill it out. So having that outreach to folks, too, I think is important, because it looks like a really massive legal document.
Yeah, I mean, and also Christina talked about the SNAP, which is the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program that is offered from the state of Connecticut. Can be very challenging also, those forms. So we understand that there's barriers, and that might be the reason why we're only getting 60% participation of people who are eligible. How do we reach those other 40%? What's the reason why they're not applying or accessing these benefits that could make a difference in their family or their home?
Absolutely.
So we've been able to partner with Food Share, and we have SNAP Outreach now partnering with social services, as well as the WIC, the Women, Infants, and Children's Program, to provide additional programs. So we're, collectively working to have access through town social services to help with these programs, to help expedite the processing of them. So we're very, very pleased about that. And if you are approved for the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, you automatically, then that information is fed directly to the local school systems.
Okay.
So you don't have to fill out that second application, and you automatically qualify for the free or reduced meals. So that's another reason that we're encouraging people
Oh,
to get
absolutely.
involved
I'm sure
in
folks
SNAP.
don't know that.
That's why we're here.
Yeah.
We're here to explain all we can about how we can help people and how we can work together.
I know social media can be a stigma at times, but it really can be a transparency of information type of site, or, that kind of avenue for folks, since it seems to be just so prevalent today.
Leslie, one of the things that we're really going to focus on going forward with the Hunger Action Team is connecting the students, having students involved with the Hunger Action Team, and also really focusing on breakfast. I want to read you something from the nurse at Webb. I like when they eat breakfast because it keeps them out of my office. If the students skip breakfast, they get stomach pains and end up going to the nurse's office. This is a quote from Jennifer Roman, RN at Webb Elementary School. And based on a teacher's survey recently, much greater attention span when they have breakfast, less behavioral problems, and significantly higher academic achievement when the students start their day with breakfasts. And we want to get that message out there, and we're going to start working closer with the schools. We're already doing And the schools are already doing great work, but we can do more and they can do more. And we want to get students involved too in this. So that's the next big step for the Hunger Action Team, is to connect closer with the schools and get more students involved.
That's a great step. I was formerly substitute teaching, and a lot of the districts I was in, they get these free breakfasts. I mean, almost the entire student body, and it really is amazing. So I think what all of you are doing is just is fantastic.
Our breakfast meals are underused in this town. Their free and reduced lunches are decent, but they're not seeming to take advantage of the free breakfast also, so we want to see those numbers
And
rise.
that's why this forum is so important, Leslie, and we're so grateful, because we have to get the message out there.
Absolutely.
These programs are underutilized, and then the kids, unfortunately, don't come ready to learn, and they have other problems related to this. So that's why it's so important to get the message out there, and that's what this type of forum helps us with.
Absolutely. And this information isn't secret. You want it to be transparent. You want folks to know. So that's even better. Now tell me about the food that you're looking for in terms of donations. What kind of food can people donate?
We prefer non-perishables. Our big ticket items: canned chicken, canned tuna, peanut butter, jelly, pasta, mac and cheese. But as summer is coming, we do have some stores we always try to offer some fresh fruits and vegetables too, because of course that's healthy. But for people who are donating, definitely, and toiletries, people have a hard time, buying laundry detergent, dish soap, toilet paper, soap for when they take a shower. So that's always appreciated.
And diapers are really important because they're expensive and
they're not covered by anything.
they're not covered by anything. So you have to think about all the things that wouldn't be covered through your SNAP if you were eligible for that, and just the cost of what these personal items are, and the ability to go ahead and donate those. And then when they come to the food pantry to pick up the food, they can pick up whatever personal items they need.
And with summer
shampoo,
coming up,
everything.
with summer coming up, we're also looking for a lot of snack items for kids that are going to be home. Like our mind right now is set on summer's coming. The kids that are getting free and reduced lunches, that's not going to be available, so what can we do to help? So, we're having our big drive right now is also to get a lot of granola bars and breakfast bars and stuff like that. Peanut butter crackers, stuff that kids can take on the go, because the kids are going to be out and about, and we want to make sure that they're not going hungry.
Okay, fantastic. Can you just explain one more time the difference with SNAP versus HAT, and outline what the acronym stands for one more time, just for folks who may be confused?
So HAT is a Hunger Action Team. This is a broad coalition of local stakeholders in Wethersfield. It's a group that's coming. The people are coming into the Hunger Action Team. It's growing. It's changing. So we are, and we're looking to work with everybody at the table to educate them about issues around hunger and the services that are available through the USDA, through the state, and then served through the social services in Wethersfield.
Okay.
And then SNAP, which is Supplemental Nutritional Assistance Program. That is an assistance program that's run through the state and through the federal government, and it provides families with funds to be able to purchase meals and food during the month. So you have to qualify. There's paperwork. There's income limits that you would all take into account, and that they would calculate an amount that your family or your household would get each month.
Okay. Can you apply anytime, or is there certain
Nope,
restrictions? Anytime? Okay.
Yep.
And
it's run through the Department of Social Services.
So your office?
No, with the state.
Oh, with the state.
But,
Okay.
But anyone can come to our office, the Department of Social and Youth Services for the town of Wethersfield, and we can help assist with those state applications.
Oh, great. Fantastic. Now, does anyone want to talk about what's coming up? I think it's June 4th, the Mayor's Gala.
June 3rd.
June 3rd. Okay. Oops, June 3rd.
So we're super excited about this. We're going to have the first ever Mayor's Charity Ball here in Wethersfield on Friday, June 3rd at the Wethersfield Country Club, and we have sold out. We have 180 tickets that we could sell. We sold 182, and we're actually turning away people. So the community response has been tremendous, and all the proceeds will go to the food pantry. And we're going to do this every year, and I think we're going to pick a different Wethersfield need. We have a committee, and we're going to pick a different Wethersfield need local charity each year. And even though it's called the Mayor's Ball, it is a nonpartisan, so whatever political party is in power, we want to continue this year after year after year to raise money for some local charity. So we're building it as a great night for a great cause.
It's fantastic.
And we get to get dressed up and
Yeah.
have dinner and dance and be
And
together.
hang out with friends and
and
colleagues.
some
and-
Wethersfield events.
Yeah.
We're excited.
And we're super excited, our department, because we just are looking at this as an opportunity to expand our food bank with this type of donation. And we're so grateful that, you know, you chose our food bank to be the first charity for the first annual ball, that we'll be able to start and expand so many new programs, maybe even storage space, the types of food we're able to provide to our individuals and families here. So we're really, really excited about it.
And there's enough storage space for the increase in food that you're collecting?
That's
or?
a work in progress.
That's a work in
Yeah.
progress, okay.
You know,
That's a good thing.
Yes,
Yes.
it is.
That's a
it
good
is.
thing.
And we look at it that way. And
Yeah.
we will figure out a way to
Yeah.
make, I mean, we're not going to turn down any donation,
Right.
you know, that can be given to a family or an individual in need.
And one last thing I want to just ask you quickly, and we're going to be wrapping it up. Just in terms of like when you collect food, is that something that you also look at in terms of like an expiration
Yes.
date, or in case folks are out there thinking, you
I
know?
mean, we do ask that people don't donate food that's expired, but sometimes it happens. It falls through the cracks. So we have a wonderful core base of volunteers, and so when donations come in, they check all the labels, they look for dents, they look, you know, stuff happens, so they go through everything.
Yeah.
And all expired food gets thrown away, or if the cans are too dented, you know, we check them. But, you know, that's another wonderful thing. Like the volunteers that we have through the HAT team and who work for our food bank, we couldn't do this without them.
And Food Share does provide all the training as far as what to look for, what's considered acceptable, because the sell-by date is something that's usually different than the expiration date.
Oh, okay.
So they're, you know, we're
didn't know that.
very well trained on knowing
Okay.
what can be distributed and what can't. So Food Share partners with 300 agencies locally, including our mobile food share program. So
Right.
I do want to shout out to Food Share, which is www.foodshare.org, if there are people outside of Wethersfield that need help. Or you can call us at 860-286-9999, and we can help refer you to to food agencies and in your neighborhood that are close by, including our mobile food share program.
And also set up other hunger action teams in other towns.
Yes, we are
Yeah.
looking at where we are now and hoping to grow. Food Share's long-term goal is to have a hunger action team in all the 42 towns that we serve. Right now, I'm in the process of developing the 20th one in South Windsor this summer, so we'll have 20 hunger action teams.
There you go. That's great. Moving on and up. Any final comments you want to say about the Hunger Action Team? Or
I want to just say, as somebody that doesn't live in Wethersfield, that's new to this community, that really the passion, and they really focused immediately on the word action. We didn't spend a lot of time talking about what the problem was. Again, we had a lot of talented people at the table, and everybody at the meeting is very interested in where are we, how can we do more, and I would also say that Wethersfield is a generous community. It's a generous community, and the people generally do care about what's going on, and it's been a wonderful process to just see how much we've accomplished in such a short time in this town.
well, they do call it a bedroom community, right? It's almost 27,000 people, so it's a small community. So, you know, coming together, I guess, is really what we do as a town.
But being a small community, they're mighty. So
Yeah, small and mighty. I like
small
that.
and mighty. Yes, we are just thrilled at the amount of people that donate to our department on a monthly, on a weekly basis. You know, it's usually not just a one-time thing.
Right.
People come back all the time.
Like we have one elderly gentleman, he comes every month and writes us like a $50 check for the food bank, or, you know, people who like, oh, I hit the sale, I bought, 5 extra, 10 extra, and we'll drop off, bi-weekly or, once a month. So, I mean, people here, they always keep us in our thoughts, and that's such a wonderful thing.
You know, when you say that, he comes and writes a check. What if someone wants to mail you a check?
Absolutely.
They can do that,
Absolutely, yeah.
and the check should be made payable to?
Town of Wethersfield Food Bank.
Okay. And then the address is 505 Silas Dean
Silas.
Highway, Wethersfield? 06109. So that's our show for this evening. It's been wonderful talking
you
about
so
all of
much.
this.
I'm so grateful. That's
Oh,
what we
absolutely.
Thank you
I'm
for
happy to
having
do it. And if you have any questions, you can call Social and Youth Services in town at 860-721-2977, or the town's website is www.wethersfieldct.com. And thank you for watching. We are so excited about this program. And look out for us some more, because we may have some more shows for you about this hot topic. Thank you so much, and have a great evening.